Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the K1 Fiance Visa. That's the visa that most folks use when they want to bring, specifically American citizens use when they want to bring a foreign fiance to the United States. We're going to do this video kind of from more of a Thai perspective. That's the bulk of the cases we process in our office are K1 Fiance visas arising here in Thailand. Usually between a Thai national and American. So the reason for the video is, is there a difference between the embassy interview for a K1 visa and the USCIS interview, which is associated with the green card in the United States, the green card process? So that's part of what's called the adjustment of status process with respect to basically changing status from a fiance visa over to a green card holder via, in the United States, via USCIS. So when you're dealing with a visa interview at the embassy here in Bangkok, you're dealing with Department of State. And yeah, I would say substantively the purpose of the interview is largely the same. They want to make sure that the relationship is bona fide, things of this nature. There's no fraud present in the case. There's no prior criminal actions. No grounds of inadmissibility, these kinds of issues. Now, that said, the interview over here, generally at an embassy, although not all the time, is usually going to be, I won't say it's easy, it's definitely not easy, but it's usually less stressful than I'm seeing or hearing, probably the better word for it, than I'm hearing about interviews at USCIS back in the United States. So I'm not saying the embassy interview is easy, oftentimes far from it. But usually it's a matter of just waiting in line, presenting proper documents, getting things done, being able to explain oneself. We often do interview preparation with our clients prior to sending them in to interview for the K1. And I guess the purpose of this video is just kind of to provide an understanding that the visa interview at the embassy is kind of a different animal than what we're seeing in terms of interviews with respect to adjustment of status in the United States. I'm hearing a lot of difficulties coming up with people dealing with the USCIS interview. And there was a time when it was, I can remember years that went by, 10, 12 years ago that, you'd never even hear of somebody going through an adjustment of status, even having to do an interview coming off a fiance visa. It was just not done on any regular basis. And about 5 years ago, getting into the Trump era, it seemed like, we started really seeing changes with respect to that overall paradigm. And now we're just seeing, interviews, unfortunately, that are just quite cumbersome by any stretch of the imagination. So, it's a different thing, the K1 visa interview at the U.S. Embassy here in Bangkok compared to the USCIS interview that most folks are going to be dealing with respect to the green card.